exciting. An earthquake. Oh, and it was such a big one, too. Oh, man, look at this mess. Is everyone okay? Did you all remember to drop cover and hold on?
Michelle, what just happened?
Well, we just experienced an earthquake, Monica.
An earthquake? I've never been through an earthquake before.
You've never been in an earthquake?
No, I didn't even know what to do. I was just running around, panicking.
Whoa, wait, you were running around?
Yeah, things were flying off the shelves, and one kind of hit me in the head, and it kind of hurt.
Oh, well, of course you got hurt. You shouldn't have been running around, Monica. That's very dangerous. See, the first thing you should do in an earthquake is to drop cover and then hold on.
Oh, right. Drop, cover, and hold on. But wait a minute, Michelle. How could we have had an earthquake today? It was hot and dry out.
Well, scientists, do you think that the weather has anything to do with earthquakes? Actually, earthquakes happen underneath the Earth's crust where the weather has no effect on it.
The Earth's crust? Kind of like the crust in your pizza? Or what about the crust in your bread? Or how about the crust...
No, not this kind of crust, Monica. Here, put that away. We're not talking about your lunch crust. We're talking about the Earth's crust. Sounds like you have a lot to learn about earthquakes and earthquake safety. And I just happen to be an expert in earthquakes. My name is Michelle.
My name is Monica.
And we are educators at the California Science Center. So Monica, next time there's a really big earthquake, we need to make sure that you are totally prepared for it. So let's start by talking about the crust. And no, not your lunch crust. I mean the Earth's crust. So scientists, what do you have underneath your feet right now?
The carpet.
The carpet, very good. Now underneath the carpet, what do you think is there?
The building.
Right, so we have building materials like wood and pipes, and underneath the building material, what do you think is there?
Dirt. Rocks.
Dirt and rocks, right. So underneath all of the concrete that you see outside is the Earth's crust. So everyone say crust.
Crust.
Good. Now underneath the Earth's crust, we have something called the mantle. Everyone say mantle.
Mantle.
Good. And underneath the mantle, right at the center of the Earth, is the core. Everyone say core.
Core.
Good. So we live on the Earth's crust, and the Earth's crust is made up of all of these different layers of earth and soil and rock. Now underneath the crust in the mantle, it actually gets so hot that the rock melts into a liquid.
No way, Michelle, that is so cool.
Right? No, it's not cool. It's hot. Now all of this really hot, molten liquid rock is very, very thick.
So it's kind of like maple syrup or honey?
Yeah, exactly. So scientists, let's think about that for a second. If you try to pour out maple syrup or honey, do they pour out really, really fast or really slowly?
Really slowly.
Yeah, right?
So let's imagine that we're maple syrup being poured out, and let's move in slow motion.
Right, so that's exactly how the liquid mantle moves. Now, all the way at the center of the Earth, the core is broken up into two different parts. The outer core, which is made up of liquid metal, and the inner core, which is made up of solid metal.
Okay, Michelle, I get all the different parts of the Earth, but I still don't understand how we're getting earthquakes from maple syrup and pizza crust.
Well, you see, Monica, earthquakes are actually happening in the area between the solid crust and the liquid mantle.
Oh, I get it. So, since it's a liquid mantle, the crust must be floating on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. But the Earth's crust isn't one solid piece. It's actually broken up into these really huge pieces that scientists call plates.
Plates?
Yeah.
Kind of like this plate?
No.
Or this plate?
No.
Or this plate? Or this plate?
No, Monica, not the kind of plates that you eat off of. I'm talking about tectonic plates. Everyone say tectonic plates.
Tectonic plates.
So tectonic plates make up our continents and the bottoms of the oceans.
You know, Michelle, I actually have something to show everybody. I'm an expert in tectonic plates.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, great, bring it out. Is it about tectonic plates?
It is. So does anybody know what this is?
The globe.
Right, yeah, this is my most favorite globe ever, Monica. Somebody drew all over this?
Yep, I did it.
What?
Yeah, I'm an expert in tectonic plates. It took me a really long time, but I think I have it just right now.
You are so right, Monica. This is awesome. Thank you. So now we can start to understand how tectonic plates are related to earthquakes. So here, Monica, why don't you find where we are on the globe right now?
We are right over here.
Yeah, so here we are in Los Angeles. Now, what tectonic plate is Los Angeles on?
It looks like we are on the Pacific plate.
Right, so we are on the Pacific plate here. Now, do you see any other plates that are really close by?
Looks like the North American plate.
Right, so the North American plate is right next door. So here in Los Angeles, we live right near the boundary between the Pacific plate and the North American plate. And this boundary is called the San Andreas Fault. Now these two plates move side to side next to each other. So let's demonstrate that movement. I want you all to put your hands up like this. Now let's pretend that one of our hands is the Pacific plate and the other hand is the North American plate. Now put your two tectonic plates together like this and move them side to side.
Okay, Michelle, I see how those plates are moving side to side, but I still don't understand how we're getting earthquakes from that. That's a really smooth movement.
Well, let's think about why that happens. Scientists, what are the tectonic plates made of?
Rocks.
Rocks, right. So you can think of them as kind of like really, really big rocks. Now, are rocks very smooth or are they jagged?
Jagged.
They're jagged, right? So they don't fit together perfectly. So let's try this again, but this time we're going to use fists. So these are your two tectonic plates. Now we're going to put them together at your knuckles. Now squeeze really, really tight and try to move them side to side. Do you find that that's much harder to do? So this is exactly what's happening to the tectonic plates. As they're moving, they get stuck together, and they're still trying to move, and eventually they will slip past each other and release all of the energy that was stored up between them. And that's what we feel during an earthquake. So if you were a little person living on one of these tectonic plates, would you feel that earthquake?
Yeah, okay, I'm starting to understand that a little bit.
Yeah. So that's exactly what's happening to us.
Okay, Michelle, so how do scientists actually predict earthquakes?
Good question, Monica. You see, scientists actually can't predict earthquakes. An earthquake could even happen right after I finish this sentence.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh, oops. That's a good thing an earthquake didn't just happen then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can't predict them, how can we prepare for them?
Well, Monica, there are a lot of things that we should do to prepare for an earthquake, but one of the most important things that you can do is to make a disaster supply kit.
Oh, you know what? I actually have one of those around here
Great.
somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh.
You should show us.
So, my parents made it, but I added a few of my own touches to it.
Okay, well, let's take a look and see what you have. Bottled water, that's very good. Is this a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not so good. Really, Monica? A rubber chicken?
Actually, it's a rooster.
Okay, well, Monica, one of the biggest issues I see with your supply kit is that it's in this ratty old cardboard box. And it really... It really should be in a watertight container. Let me grab one. So kind of like this. Well, Monica, I think we're going to have to sort through your supply kit and see what we really need and what we don't need. So why don't we do that right now?
Okay.
Audience, you can help us out. So Monica, here's what you're going to do. You're going to pick up one item at a time and you can hold it up to our audience. Now, audience, if you think that this item belongs in Monica's supply kit, give us a thumbs up and say keep it. And if you think it doesn't belong, give us a thumbs down and say lose it.
All
Sound
right.
good? Soda.
Lose it.
Lose it. First aid.
Keep it.
Keep it. Toys.
Lose it.
A rubber chicken.
Lose it.
Bottled water.
Keep it.
SpaghettiOs or canned food.
Keep it.
A radio.
Keep it.
A stuffed animal.
Lose it.
A peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Keep it.
Keep it.
Lose
I
it.
think we should lose it. Video games.
Lose it.
Batteries.
Keep it.
A flashlight.
Keep it.
Awesome. Great job sorting, Monica.
Okay, Michelle. Well, thanks a lot for helping me sort out my supply kit. But, I have a few questions.
Okay.
Bottled water? Really?
Yeah.
I would much rather have my soda. I could just get water from a faucet.
Well, you see, Monica, after a big earthquake, the pipes that bring water into our houses could be broken, so we might not have water coming to the faucets for a very long time. Also, the pipes that bring wastewater away from our house could also break, and that would contaminate any fresh water. So it's important to have your own supply of water in your supply kit.
Okay. And canned food? Really? I would much rather have my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Well, I was looking at this earlier, and how long have you had this?
A while.
Ugh. You see, Monica, when you make your supply kit, you really want to keep food that doesn't expire right away, like canned food or maybe dehydrated food, because This gets kind of gross.
All right. And a flashlight, really, Michelle? Haven't you ever heard of Thomas Edison? You know, we do have electricity in our home.
Yes, I have heard of Thomas Edison, but Monica, after a big earthquake, a lot of power lines could be knocked down, so we might not have electricity coming into our homes for days, or maybe even weeks. So it's important that you have a flashlight with you so you can navigate.
Okay. Well, if we won't have electricity, how are we going to use this radio?
Well, this radio is actually really cool because it doesn't need to be plugged in order to work. It actually has a handle, so when you turn the crank, it actually generates its own electricity, and radios are really helpful because you can listen for an emergency broadcast or for assistance.
Okay, so it works. All right. Well, I guess I didn't do a really good job at making a disaster supply kit.
Oh, you didn't do so bad. You had some really good things. I mean, you had some items in your supply kit that didn't really make sense, but that's okay. You did have one item that I'm really, really happy you had, and it was your first aid kit. So scientists, it's very important that you carry a first aid kit in your supply kit. And if you or anyone in your family needs special medication, make sure you put some of that in here as well.
Okay, Michelle. Well, thanks a lot for helping me sort out my disaster supply kit. But I have one more question. Earlier, I didn't have enough time to go under a doorway, and I got really hurt.
Well, you see, Monica, that's actually a really big myth about earthquake safety. The doorways in a building are really no safer than anywhere else in the building. So during an earthquake, the best place for you to be is under a sturdy desk or a table.
Oh, right. Drop, cover, and hold on.
Yeah.
We discussed that earlier in the program. So if you've ever taken part in the Great Shakeout or an earthquake drill at school, you should know this. Maybe we should demonstrate that for them now, Michelle.
Okay, so
All right, so an earthquake happens. So what should you do, Michelle? Exactly, you want to drop, you want to make sure you cover and you're protecting your head, and you want to hold on to a sturdy table.
you also want to make sure you're underneath the table as you're holding on to it.
Exactly.
Awesome. So, Monica, if there were to be an earthquake right now, would you still run around in circles?
No way, I'm going to drop, cover, and
Hold on.
exactly.
Awesome. So if you plan ahead, you make a disaster supply kit, and you know how to protect yourself during an earthquake, you increase your chances of staying safe. Now, there are a lot of things that Monica and I didn't mention in our show, things that you can do to prepare for an earthquake. So to learn more, you can go to shakeout.org or ask your parents about all the really fun things that you can do to prepare for an earthquake. Thank you all for coming to our show, and have a great day.